oh man, does it feel good to be back? I said, man, oh man, does it feel good to be back? Woo-wee. Yo, man, we got the old setup back. Where is my...
I'm a PlayStation fan too.
Where the PlayStation fan 2 crowd at?
I'm a PlayStation fan too.
Show up.
I'm a PlayStation fan too. I'm a PlayStation fan too.
Where's my PlayStation Nation crew at?
Respect my time. I got a wife and kids.
Respect my time. Respect my time.
Respect my time. I got a wife and kids.
Respect my time.
But this is great for gamers.
Hey, we already know about the This Is Great for Gamers crew. Where's my millennials at? Oh shit, it's not up. One more time.
You're a millennial piece of shit.
Whoa.
Ooh, we are back. How y'all feeling today, man? It's your boy Persona of Gaming with Persona, host of When Persona Speaks, host of When Persona Interviews, and one half of the host of What's Up PlayStation podcast every Saturday morning at 11 a.m. And welcome everyone. Welcome one, welcome all. I appreciate y'all coming through, man. I appreciate y'all coming through to the show. I hope you guys are having a good day today, man. I'm having a really good day today. I've been like in great spirits all day long. Like it's been such a, honestly, this week, I think this week has just been such a good week for me. Really great week, honestly. I've been in like really good spirits lately. But how y'all feeling, man? How's everything, man? Listen, I didn't do a show Monday, but I'm definitely doing a show today. And listen, let me tell y'all a quick story, right? Yo, cause I really been feeling like, you know why I'm in such a good spirits today too? Cause I got the Go XLR back. The Go XLR, I got it working. I figured out what the issue was. Now listen to this. Y'all are going to laugh. I promise y'all are going to laugh, right? Yo, there go Bari in the building. There go my boy. Shout out to my boy Bari in the building. Shout out to my boy Bari. So listen, here's a funny story, man. Listen, I'm a dumbass. I'm like, y'all know, I am a dumbass, right? So remember how I told you guys I had to use my old setup, which was the Focusrite audio interface and a cloud lifter with the Shure mic because my Go XLR stopped working, quote unquote. So I thought. So I was like trying to figure, when it first stopped working, I was doing everything in the book, or so I thought, and nothing was working. So like I was feeling real bad, man. I'm like, yo, what the hell? I hit up Amazon talking about, oh yeah, we can't do no refund, blah blah blah. I'm like, yo, what the hell? Like you can't send me a new product or nothing? Like you can't help me out with nothing, right? So today I'm looking at this damn Go XLR. I'm like, I need to figure out what's going on here. Like I need to look at and I did look at forums and stuff like that. Nothing that they were saying was really beneficial to me and my problem. So I was like, you know what? Screw this. I plugged it up to my computer. I looked in the app because like there's an app that installs onto your computer when you're using a Go XLR that you have to use. It's like the mixer that controls everything, right? I wonder if I can show you guys actually. Let me see. Yeah, I think I can actually show you guys. All right, so yeah, you know what? I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna show you guys. Hold on. Let me move the app over. All right, so matter of fact, let me pop out the chat too, so I can see what y'all talking about real quick. I'm gonna shout out everybody in the chat in just a second. I just wanna, I wanna broadcast my L to y'all real quick before we do everything, right? All right, so all right, cool. So let me switch my screen, right? All right, so this is the Go XLR app, right? That pre-installs onto your computer, whatever, right? So I'm doing everything in the book. I have my settings set up how I want so that I sound super clear and all that good stuff, right? But you know, I went into my mic setup, you know, everything, and it's crazy because when it first messed up, I went to my mic setup to make sure everything was working fine. And whenever I talked into the mic, the meter would go off, right? So I'm sitting there, I'm like, yo, the meter's going off. Like, what is going, like, I could not figure out. I'm like, yo, what is going on here? I don't know what's going on here, right? So today, and listen, I promise you, I had went to the routing settings, but I guess I overlooked it, right? Anyway, so today I went into the GoXLR, right? And I'm looking in the GoXLR app, right? The screen that you see. And so I go over to the routing, and I had went to the routing before. I promise you I did. But here's the thing. So I'm looking at the routing, and I'm looking at like what's like how where everything is checked, and I'm really looking. Like I looked at this, I'm not kidding you guys. I looked at this screen for like 5 minutes straight, and I'm thinking in my head, I'm sitting here looking, and I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, yo, what could be the problem? I don't get what's the problem is, right? So then I start really looking, and I'm like, all right, so you see this broadcast stream mix right here? So this originally wasn't checked, right? So I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, wait, broadcast stream mix, I know I seen that before. So then I looked in my Streamlabs OBS settings, and I looked at how I had, because there's a specific way you have to set up Streamlabs as well to make sure that, you know, everything works properly how it should. So I looked at my Streamlab OBS audio settings, and I'm like, oh wait, broadcast stream mix, that's what you have to use in order for the GoXLR to be able to broadcast everything to Streamlabs, so that everything, you know, then gets pushed to YouTube, all that other stuff, right? So I'm like, wait, why is microphone unchecked? So I'm like, wait, could that be it? So I checked off microphone under the broadcast stream mix, right? And then I start talking and I start talking into the mic, and lo and behold, my shit was working. I was like, yeah. I was like, yo, what? Let's go. Yo, I was hype as hell. And then I'm sitting, I'm like, yo, damn, I'm really a dumbass. Like I was happy as hell for like 5 minutes. But then when my happiness kind of started to like dwindle a little bit, I started to really think. I said, wait a second, I'm a dumbass. I was like, yo, that was the problem this whole time? It was that? I was like, yo, I am a dumbass. So yo, man, listen, that's what was wrong with the GoXLR. It was because of one little setting that wasn't checked. Again, ladies and gentlemen, I'm a dumbass. Like, yo, that really was the problem. So, you know, the GoXLR is working again. I am happy as fuck. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm happy as hell. I'm so happy that my shit works again. I cannot lie to you guys. I am happy as fuck because I love my GoXLR. This thing enables me to be so creative how I want with like the funny sounds and shit. And I'm just sitting there like, yo, I don't want my shit to fucking be broken, right? So, yeah, that was my dilemma. That's what happened, right? So the GoXLR is back. We good.
But this is great for gamers.
The Great for Gamers crew is back.
I'm a PlayStation fan
The
too.
PlayStation fan, the Respect My Time crew is
I got a
back.
wife and kids.
We are back 100%, guys. Okay, so now I can shout out the chat. Yo, Henry Heck in the building. What is going on, man? Appreciate you, bro. Yo, Ice Queen Gaming, how you feeling today, mama? Yo, Jamar Bates in the building. Jamar, how you feeling today? Yo, Rob, what's good with you, bro? Damien in the building. Damien, I appreciate you, man. Always Sinister. How you feeling today, man? Blackbeard in the building. The Unknown, how you feeling today, man? Yo, A1 PlayStation Pegasus, what's going on with you? How you feeling today? J767, what's good with you, man? How you feeling? Yo, GN the Don, he said PC terrorists didn't pop off on you for asking for advice, did they? Hey, man, I'm stubborn. I'd rather look for the advice. I'd rather look for the answer myself. That's how stubborn I'd rather look for the answer than ask for help in that regard. I'd rather look for the answer, personally. Yo, Titanfall Princess in the building. What's going on with you, Titanfall? Yo, Aaron in the building. A Ron, how you feeling? Jay Bari in the building, my bro. Shout out to Bari. Yo, let me tell y'all something. Yo, real quick about my boy Bari, man. It was his birthday last week. Let me tell you guys something about Bari. Bari is a very generous guy. And he's always been that way since the day I met him. I've known Barry since 2014, right? So like 8 years now I've known him, right? And this guy is a very generous guy. Last week was his birthday. He did a birthday tournament with Guilty Gear Strive, all, with a $500 prize pot, all out of his pocket. Did a bunch of giveaways of different prizes and stuff for people in the chat that watched, right? During that tournament, right? Then he turns around the week after his birthday, and my boy, he was giving away a ton of gift cards yesterday for the members of his channel. $75 gift cards, $20 gift cards, $50 gift cards, gift cards galore. That is one generous brother that does a lot of good things for the community. Shout out to my boy Barry, man. I appreciate you always, bruh. Next time you do a giveaway though for the members, put like 10 put my name on the list like 10 times. I'm trying to win, man. I can't win if you don't cheat for me. You get what I'm saying? Shout out to my bro Barry. Yo, Saturday morning, What's Up PlayStation podcast with me and Barry. Special guest gonna be Optimus Code. Don't miss that. That's gonna be a really good show. Yeah. Yo, Stardust Zero. Yo, Stardust, how you feeling today, man? How's everything? Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. Who else is here? Yo, Buck Rogers. What's good with you, man? Appreciate you, Buck. Yo, Link in the building. Link, what's good with you, brother? Appreciate you, man. Yo, Philip K in the building. Philip, how you feeling today, man? Yo, Requiem of Demons, one of the best names on YouTube. I'm telling you guys, Requiem of Demons is a dope ass name. Yo, Requiem, what's going on with you, bro? Appreciate you, man. Who else? They said, yo, Omar in the building. Omar, how you feeling today, bro? Who else is here? Yo, Juan Sosa Gaming, how you feeling today? Fleshy 26, what's good, Fleshy? How you feeling, Matt? Eastern Conference is in the building. Eastern, how you feeling today, man? Dewan, what is good, man? See, I ain't mess up. I ain't call you Dijon. I said Dewan, what's good, man? Appreciate you. Yo, Unicron, what's good, bro? How you feeling today? Caleb Kaiser in the building. Caleb, how you feeling, bro? Yo, PS Only Gamer, what's good with you, man? Issa in the building. ISA, what's going on with you, bro? Shout out to the early birds. The Unknown was one of the early birds. And then Acreon, the Alchemist, appreciate you, man. One of the early birds as well. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate all of you coming through to the chat, man. Y'all already know. Who else is here? I know. That's a Jamar. Yeah, Jamar is here. So, Rollo. Yo, Rollo, I ain't seen you in a minute, Rollo. I ain't gonna lie, Rollo. I thought something happened to you, bro. I ain't seen you in a minute in like none of the chats. I was like, damn, where Rollo at? Yo, Rollo, what's good, bro? I hope you good out there. Yo, No Cap Podcast. Shout out to my boy Sick Humor TV in the building. Has probably one of the most catchiest chorus lines ever to a song. No one wants an Xbox. It don't matter the services or T-flops. You can keep that little Game Pass, we good, bruh. If you ain't talking about games, then what you good for? Nothing, nigga. Yo, shout out to Sick, man. You said, yo, what's good, Sick? Yo, Jamar King, what's good with you? Yo, J0 3G, what's good, bro? Ain't Games for Eternity. Yo, Games for Eternity is one lucky ass dude, man. Let me tell you something. Yo, Games for Eternity, he won because I had sponsored one of the giveaways yesterday for Bari's giveaways, right? So Games for Eternity won the $50 PSN that Bari was giving away. Then when I sponsored the giveaway, a $20 PSN card giveaway, Games for Eternity won the $20 card giveaway. I said, what? That man is lucky. You got a lot of good luck. Games for Eternity, man. Go play the lotto, man. You might win. If you win no games, listen, if you win the lottery and it's like 100 mil, right? You know, after taxes, you're going to get about 60, 65 mil. I just want $1 million. I'm not greedy. You just throw me $1 million. I'm good. I could flip that. I could turn $1 million into 10 million in a year or two. Just throw me $1 million. That's all I need. You feel me? If you win the lottery, you know, you come into some money games. So just throw me $1 million. That's all I'm saying. Yo, Phil Collins, what's good, man? Appreciate you, bro. Yo, El Matador in the building. Appreciate you. Who else? Yo, uppercase J Jamil in the building. Yo, Jamil, another one, man. That conversation yesterday was funny. That back and forth was funny as fuck. Yo, Henry Heck, what's good? Correction, millennial piece of shit. Look at Jamil. Shout out to Jamil. J0 said, yo, Persona, I remember you talking about stuff you do to become an IT and the certifications. Anyway, you can drop some knowledge, or if I can DM you for questions. Yeah, J0, hit me up. I'll definitely throw you some, like, you know, different type of learning material and kind of help you get on the right path and whatnot. Yeah, hit me up on Twitter. All right, cool. I said what's up to everybody. Everybody's cool. Everybody's happy. We got the voices back, so you know what that means, guys.
Mr. Gaming Politician is here. We're chilling today, but Mr. Gaming Politician will be showing he will be showing his face later on in the show. So stay tuned, guys.
Yeah, Mr. Politician is here, guys. We're all here. We're all here. You feel me? All right. So you see the name of the podcast, right? The name of the show is called Dear Gaming Community, because what I'm going to talk about today, what we're going to talk about today, it is going to be, it's really going to apply to everybody. It really is. It's not going to just apply to PlayStation Nation. It's going to apply to Nintendo guys, Xbox guys, PC. It's going to apply to everyone, because the stuff that we've been seeing in the gaming community as of late, it's starting to get disgusting. It's starting to get unbearable, right? And this is probably gonna be a bit of a continuation from what I was talking about yesterday on Bari's show on Speak From the Heart. When it comes to people not wanting to speak up, right? So let me set the stage. Let me get organized here. Let's revisit the. Nobody cares about Stadia Unknown. Stop it. Let's revisit the PS5 expansion conversation just for a second, right? One of the things that really made me laugh and really opened my eyes, especially with the PlayStation 5 expansion conversation, is that I said this yesterday on Bari's show. People really do hate PlayStation. They really do. Because when you look at what a lot of people say and do, it's actions, never mind the words, right? It's never about the words, it's about the actions. It's always about actions within this community, because people will say one thing but do another. Oh yeah, you know, I only care about gaming. Oh yeah, I only care about this. I don't care about the console war. I don't care about trolling. I don't care about this. I love all consoles. I love all games. All that stupid shit that people love. They love to say it because they think saying that makes them that type of person. It's just like, you ever met somebody that always says, oh, I'm a good person, but they always in some fucked up shit, right? They always doing fucked up stuff. They always doing like real messed up stuff, but they always say, oh, but I'm a good person. I'm a good person. Why does good things happen? Why do bad things happen to good people? Why do they happen to me? Because you're not a good person. Saying you're a good person over and over does not make you a good person. Your actions is what makes you a good person. And even a good person isn't a good person 100% of the time, right? We all have fucked up tendencies and messed up tendencies and things like that we do, right? None of us are perfect, right? I tell you guys all the time, listen, I'm a piece of shit. I'll be the first to tell you, I'm not perfect. I'm not trying to sit here and sit on this high pedestal like I'm some holier than thou person. No, not at all. I make mistakes. I mess up. You understand? I'm not perfect. I'm not going to sit here and turn my nose up to you and talk down to you. You understand? I'm not perfect. I make mistakes, and quite frankly, I'm not a good person. I try to be, but I'm not always a good person 100% of the time. And I don't think any of us here are, and that is okay. You get what I'm saying? That is okay. I don't want you to think that not being a good person 100% of the time is, oh my God, that's so bad. We all make mistakes. We all are different people, right? But here's the thing. People in this community love to continuously tell you how much of a gamer they are. They love to continuously tell you how much they love this game, how much they love this developer, how much they just love gaming, how much they keep saying this stuff to you, how much they're not about the console war, how much they don't want to troll, how much they don't want to this, always saying this. But then when you look at their actions, when you look at what they do, it is totally different. It is never aligned with what they say. And then when you call them out on it, you're the bad guy. You're the quote unquote toxic one. You're the one that needs to have, it's almost like gaslighting, right? We talked about gaslighting a couple of episodes ago. It's almost like gaslighting, where they say with whatever they're saying is so convincing that it starts to make you question maybe what you're thinking or what you're saying is incorrect. No, you're not incorrect. How you feel and what you say is 110% correct. But here's the problem with the community. When we look back to the PlayStation 5 and one of the biggest issues that people had about the console, what was it? I'll wait. What was it? It was the expandable storage. Oh my God, Call of Duty takes up 250 gigs. I wish I had more space. I need more storage. PlayStation's falling behind with the storage department. I need more space. I need more storage. That's what people were saying. Over and over and over. That is one of the biggest complaints people had within this community. Fast forward to now. PlayStation revealed, and wait, no, let's go back. No, we're getting ahead of ourselves. What was the other thing? People were saying that oh, well, it's the PlayStation still hasn't told you anything about expandable storage. They were trying to use that against you. Oh, well, where's the expandable storage? PlayStation last year told us, we will confirm what drives will be available, compatible with the PlayStation 5 summer 2021. He said, Mark Cerny himself, shout out to Mark Cerny, the great Mark Cerny. Mark Cerny himself said, wait for us to let you know when it's time to get you an expandable storage. We'll let you know. In summer 2021. Now, I don't know if the calendar shifted or maybe I'm in a twilight zone or something like that, but summer starts June 21st and summer ends September 21st. We're only in August. Now, unless I had a dumbass teacher in school and maybe I didn't learn calendars and months and seasons properly, we're still in summer. But when you let people get into your mind, when you let these people run rampant through the community and say what they want and push this misinformation, you start getting people, yo, Corey, what's good, brother? You start getting, Amanda, what's up? Viper, what's up? I don't know if I said what's up to you, Viper. You start getting people that start pushing an agenda, start pushing propaganda, and start pushing misinformation to people who don't know better. And what have I always said? People who push misinformation, it breeds stupidity. So it's like this endless whirlpool, this black hole of just stupid people spewing misinformation towards each other. And that hole, as more misinformation spreads, the hole gets bigger, it gets bigger, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger until we get what we have now on social media. Misinformation. Entire podcast shows with nothing but misinformation. Now see, and this is why I say it's all about the actions. Either the misinformation is being spread because they don't know any better, and I find that hard to believe, because if you're running a show, right, if you're on a podcast, and maybe, listen, everyone ain't the same, right? So I'll say it like this: if I don't know something, I keep my mouth shut. Or if I don't know something, I do research.
Just like, I hate when people, and no offense to anybody here that might do this, right? But I just, this is just a pet peeve of mine. Like, I don't hate people that do this. It's a pet peeve. Oh, yo, Jamil, the Summer Jam screens. Yo, Jamil, if you were still doing Summer Jam screens like back in the day, oh man, you would have a field day on Twitter. It would be amazing. Anyway, one of my biggest pet peeves is that I hate when people post a picture of an article or post like a section of the article from like for a specific section, but never post a link to the article. It's a pet peeve of mine. I like to, when people are doing, I like to know what people are talking about. And I like to see the article personally, right? And listen, I'm not perfect. I've done that too sometimes, because it is what it is. But that's just always been a big pet peeve of mine. It's like, yo, give me the article, give me the link to the article. I want to see the article, right? Just because I like to read the whole story, have all the details. You get what I'm saying? But when it comes to the misinformation, if you're on a podcast, if you're doing a show or something like that, you want to at least be in the know of what you're talking about and give all the facts and details to your audience so that they can make their own informed decision. That's not what happens in the gaming community. Half truths. Not a full picture. Snippets. Then it's misinformation being spread all over the place. Then the other side of it is propaganda and agendas. You know that this isn't the right information, but you're still going to push that information anyway because it fits your agenda and it pushes more it's propaganda. It pushes the agenda that they're trying to put upon people. So we fast forward to now. PlayStation confirms the Drive Bay is active through beta. You got Spec Ops. Y'all know what the Spec Ops are. If you're new here and you don't know what a Spec Op is, a Spec Op is an armchair developer. It's one of these motherfuckers on Twitter that's always talking about RDNA, RDNA 2, and VHS, or what is it, VRS, VHS, whatever, Rapid Pack Math, all this bullshit, all this stuff that does not matter. All the stuff that they themselves don't know. All the stuff that they don't have true experience with. Something I said a very long time ago. You have people in the gaming community. This is how crazy, not even just the gaming community, this is how crazy social media is right now. This is how crazy it is. Like, you have people, yo, Star Guardian, what's good, bro? Dom P, what's good? You have people in this gaming community telling you that a developer or a creator of a game or a creator of the console, like when Mark Cerny was talking about what he was talking about, you have people on podcasts and in Twitter telling you they are wrong and the podcaster or the Twitter person is right. That's where we're at in 2021 within this community. They know more than Mark Cerny. They know more than Insomniac. They know more than Sucker Punch. They know more than Naughty Dog. They know more than people that are creating these games, that are sitting behind the computers and writing the code and creating the games. They know more. Because of what RDNA 2 says on paper, that means that what the developer is doing is impossible. They know more. That's where we're at. Misinformation, agendas, propaganda, for lack of a better term, bullshit. That's where we are in 2021. You got Lisa Sun, the CEO of AMD, and you got people calling her a liar. Where does it stop? Where does it stop? Ladies and gentlemen, tell me, where does it stop? Gaming community, I'm talking to everyone, not just PlayStation Nation. Gaming community, where does it stop? when does it come a time where you're listening to this person talk and you finally just you have an epiphany, and you just sitting there, you're listening to that show, or you're reading what someone says that you've always followed and they've always spewed and talked bullshit, and you're sitting there and you finally have an epiphany and you're like, why am I watching this? Why am I supporting this? What are they talking about? Yo, Evie Dub, what's good, bro? Yo, Henry Heck, I appreciate you, bro, always for the super chat, man. He says, it just ain't no respect out here for the cats that really out here putting this shit together, fam. Shit crazy as fuck. And just the sack chase. Yo, Henry, bruh. It's crazy, bro. You think I'm gonna listen to a motherfucker on a spec op over Mark Cerny and what Mark Cerny have to say? Absolutely not. So going back to the expandable storage, right? So the expandable storage is made available in beta, and you got the spec ops talking about, oh, well, you know, why is it in beta? Like, shit don't get tested. Why is it in beta? Right? Then you have these memory storage SSD companies confirming what drive will work with the console. Now that's another narrative destroyed because the expandable storage is now being made available. But now they shift. The goalpost gets moved. Now the goalpost moves because now it moves from I need expandable storage because I need more storage to install my games to, oh, well, that's too expensive. They should have gone the proprietary route. The conversation shifted from PlayStation needs to do a better job with their memory and their storage to this is too expensive. I'll just delete games. Mind you, these people went out and bought a LG C10, CX, C1, C9, C whatever the fuck for next gen consoles. That's a $2,000 to $3,000 TV. All to play a next gen console game. But expandable storage is too much money? You sound a little hypocritish. It's all about the energy. Y'all know how I am. You spend your money on whatever the fuck you want. But here's the thing. You show one thing, and that's perfectly fine, but doing another is condemned. You're looking a little hypocritish. It's an agenda. Now the memory should be proprietary. Why? Proprietary memory and when people bring up the Vita, people say, oh, well, that was a different time. No, absolutely not. No. No. If that's a different time, then how long you been gaming? Did you start gaming last generation? Because how I feel about gaming 10 years ago, I still feel the same way now. I'll support my games. I'll support a developer. I'll take a chance on a game. So what are you talking about? Times have changed. Proprietary is still proprietary, meaning that it's only going to work the way that company intends it to, and there is no room for competition. Is that what you want? I thought gamers were supposed to be free. I thought you wanted choice. I thought you wanted options. Is it proprietary taking away the options? According to you. According to what is unacceptable within this community. Isn't proprietary taking away options? But see, here's the other side of it. And I was talking about this on Barry's show yesterday. Here's the other side of it. This community it needs a cleansing. Because everyone is, from what I see, a lot of people, and it's crazy because, you know, people, you see people say, oh, I care about gaming. I care about this. I care about gaming. I love gaming. I love this. I love that. I love the hobby. You see all these people saying how much they love this hobby, but then they allow fraudulent behavior to continue to happen within the hobby. That's what's very confusing to me. You love the hobby, you respect the hobby, so you say, but you continue to allow the fraudulent behavior. You don't call out the fraudulent behavior. Why? Your hobby is being disrespected. So what am I talking about, right? When the whole thing about the PlayStation expandable storage and all that, when that stuff came out, people were making jokes. People, again, neutral gamers, the crew that, you know, they don't like negativity. They don't like, you know, all this negativity in their, around their posts and around their lives and all this stuff. You know, they try to live these perfect, holier than thou, kumbaya lives, and, you know, always putting out these inspirational quotes and all this. Yo, real quick side story, right? People that do that, let me tell y'all something. I want to tell y'all something. People who do that are always pointing out these inspirational quotes, always trying to, you know, oh, I'm only going to be positive on social media and trying to take this pilgrimage route when it comes to this shit. Those people be some of the most fucked up people in that community, bruh. All, you know, you ever see, like, you know, people that's always pointing out inspirational quotes, always be the first one talking shit about people behind people back, right? Never practicing what they preach with the inspirational quotes. Always want to have their nose, or always want to respond to some of the negativity surrounding a situation, right? People that really are trying to push inspirations and things like that, they do it with their, I'm telling you, man, it's all about actions, bro. Not on the internet, in the real life. I don't care where you are. In today's day and age, I hate to say this, man, because it's really fucked up, but in today's day and age, it's about actions, bruh. People's word don't mean, this is not the back in the day, man. This was the 90s, you know, the 80s, the 90s, even the early 2000s. You know, someone's word, you can take somebody by their word, like, you know, word is bond type of shit. You get what I'm saying? Nowadays, people's word don't mean nothing. It's all about actions. If the actions don't match up with the wording, they full of shit. Because it's all about actions. I can sit here all day and say, oh yeah, you know, I love gaming. I love this. I love gaming. Gaming is great. Oh yeah, I love PlayStation. I love playing this. I love playing that. You look at my trophies, they don't show that. You look at the trophies and they show I'm barely playing games. And look at the achievements or whatever, and it shows I ain't been on the console in 2 months. Now, granted, people fall on hard times, fine. But if you fell on hard times, why the fuck are you on the internet talking in gaming conversations and not in these streets making moves? People's priorities is messed up out here, bruh. It's time for a cleanse. If my real life situation ain't right, I'm not on the internet. I'm not on social media. I'm in these streets making moves. I'm in these streets trying to get shit right. I'm not on the internet. I'm not having gaming conversations when my life and the shit about me is not right. So if shit in your life is right, why ain't you gaming? You love gaming so much, you always talking about it. Why ain't you playing games? It's time for a cleanse, man. It's time for a cleanse. Let me get these super chats. Yo, Unicron, I appreciate you, bro, always. Persona, who exactly are considered in the community? The armchair pundits who play a game once every 3 months and always on Twitter, on YouTube? It's everyone. It's the entirety. It's all of it. It's all, you have to lump in all of it, because that is who a lot of people listen to and look to. Yes, it's all of them. It's them. It's the hardcore. It's the cat. It's all of it. As much as people would hate to admit that or hate to accept that, it is all of it. It's the hardcore, the casuals, the spec ops, the trolls. It's everyone, because they all interact with each other. It's everyone. Yo, GN, I appreciate you, bro, always. He says, people that are asking PlayStation to have proprietary SSDs don't realize that SSD prices are going to drop over time, while it probably won't for proprietary. It's proprietary. It may drop, you know, on a sale or something like that, but it doesn't really have to. And again, when you look at PlayStation's option and look at all these companies, you got Gigabyte, you got Western Digital, you got Samsung, you got Seagate, you got all these different manufacturers vying for people's dollars, right? Which they're going to definitely be competing with each other to get your money. So of course you're going to have more sales, cheaper options, right? More for your buck. Even if the proprietary price does go down, even if the proprietary price does go down, there's still going to be more options to choose from on the expandable storage side when it comes to PlayStation's option with what they did. I mean, even with the Switch, you know, how cheap are those little SanDisk SD cards? I got like a 200 gig in my Switch, a 200 gig SanDisk card in my Switch. That shit cost me like what, 40 bucks, 30 bucks? I bought that like what, two Black Fridays ago, like 2 years ago. I bought that. You get what I'm saying? Yo, Viper, man, appreciate you for the $4.99 super chat. He says, I'm thrilled to be a part of this SSD movement for the PlayStation 5. Just crossed the the 400 barrier on trophies. Plenty of games. This is the life. F the rest. Yo, shout out to you, Viper, man. Congrats on that 400 level 400 with the trophies, trophy level, man. I appreciate you, bro. And then shout out to Viper then for the $2.99. He says, how would you go about said cleansing? People have to start calling people out on the bullshit. That's how it starts. You have to start calling these people out. Misinformation, lies, bullshit. That's how that works. And that's across the board. Because I wouldn't sit up here and lie to you about Xbox. I wouldn't sit up here and lie to you about PC. I wouldn't sit up here and lie to you about a Switch. I'm not gonna lie to you about that. I'm gonna give you the facts and then give you my opinion after the fact. I would never in my life sit here and lie to you about another console because of my preference. Ever. And you can go back and watch any of my shows. I don't lie. I tell you what they say and I give my thoughts. Yo, it's me, Baby 80. What's up? Yo, Strictly, what's good, bro? Appreciate you. But here's the problem, though, right? Here's the problem. People in the community don't want to call out the people on the other side, right? So remember how I said remember a couple shows ago I said that there's a split happening within the community where it's going to be the hardcore versus everyone else. Everyone else being, you know, game journalists, media, and all that stuff. You know, not necessarily casuals, but like the misinformation crowd, spec ops, all that stuff. Because really, casuals are casuals, man. Like, and we're gonna talk about that in a second too, because I want to touch on that a little bit more. But when you look at what quote unquote fanboys do, right, and what trolls and toxic people, what they do on the internet and within gaming, and granted, there are some really toxic people out there. There's some really messed up people, 100%. Like, I'm not gonna take that away, right? But when people call those people out, it's normally within a large group. A large group of people will rally to call out this type of toxic behavior and try to snuff it out, right? Perfect example, right? I'm gonna give you guys an example. Shout out to this guy, right? Because I seen he followed me. We followed each other, I think like maybe a week ago or 2 weeks, maybe it's like 2 weeks ago, right? But I've seen his tweets around, but I seen a tweet he made the other day or a couple days ago, right? Let me share this out. Oh, let me get the super chat before we even do that. Unicron, appreciate you for the $2 super chat. He says, Persona, you want that purge name to date? You want that purge name to date? Hey man, listen, I'm only giving my thoughts. You feel me? I appreciate y'all always. Corey said, Persona, there are too many people who will lie to the Daves just for this YouTube money. Crazy. Yo, Corey, you speaking facts, man. You speaking facts. But I want to give you guys an example, right? Of like how the community reacts in a specific manner when it comes to certain things, and then when it comes to other things. Matter of fact, let me queue up the other, because I don't want to like be looking while I'm streaming. Hold on, let me queue up the other one. Right? Hold up. Matter of fact, I think I bookmarked it too. Wait a second. Yeah, I've been bookmarking shit lately, man. It makes it so much easier to like just jump to things really quickly. I hope I bookmarked this. Let me look real quick. Did I bookmark it? Shit. No, I did not. Did I? No, I didn't. All right, let me look for it real quick. I want to have it queued up. Skill up. Right, there we go. All right, where is it? Where is that tweet? Hold on, guys. Let me just get the tweet. I'm trying to. I should have bookmarked it, and that's my fault. I should have bookmarked this. Wait, where's the tweet? Was it Skill Up? Who was it that made that joke? My fault, guys. I'm trying to. Oh yeah, it was Skill Up. All right, here we go. Was it Skill Up? Yeah, this is. All right, here we go. All right, so. I want to point out two different scenarios. Now, obviously, these two scenarios are vastly different, right? But I just want to point out how much the community rallies behind one over the other when it comes to what's being pointed out and what's meant to be a joke or what's meant to really just be pointed out and speaking their thoughts or whatever, but then it gets looked at as like something worse. Yo, King Thrash in the building. King Thrash, what's good, bro? Yo, shout out to my boy Barry with the $20 super chat. Yo, Barry slick, man. He tried to throw me back that 20 I gave him yesterday. He's slick. Barry slick. Too many screws looses in the game community. You heard? Yo, shout out to my bro Barry, man. I appreciate you, bro, always. All right, so here we go. So, it's Only Good Games, dude, right? He and I seen this tweet, right? And I said, yo, well, as soon as I seen it, I was laughing. I ain't gonna lie, this shit was kind of funny. But when I seen this tweet, I knew people were gonna get angry. I knew, because I said, yo, you making a comparison to a beta to a full-fledged game, even though it's an old game. You making a comparison, and I knew people were gonna utilize that. People trying to say XYZ, whatever, right? You know, make them excuses, right? And a lot of people, yo, look through this. If you guys haven't seen this tweet, look through this tweet. A lot of people are angry. I've seen like journalists, developers. I've seen a lot of people coming at this guy. Like, let's look at the quote tweets. Like, just look at the quote tweets. See, now listen, peep this, man. This is how crazy the community is, right? So, you know, oh no, watermelons, blah blah, you know, like who cares, right? They're saying like, oh, it's not that big a deal. Who cares? Just go play Fruit Ninja. Like, look, people are coming at this dude, bro. Like this dude, they were coming at this guy. It's fucking Fruit. Calm down, right? Like, you know, like they were coming at him, bro. Like I seen a lot of people coming at this dude, and I'm like, yo, crazy, right? So, you know, the community rallies together around something so minuscule as a fruit comparison when it comes to like how the fruit interacts within a game. That's real minuscule. That's really like, that's not really nothing, you know, to a lot of people. They're trying to minimize that as not really being that big a deal because, you know, you play the game for this, you play the game for that, whatever, right? He was probably, you know, he was trying to just make a point, or he's trying to crack a joke, whatever the case may be. This was the reaction, right? This was the reaction from a lot of people, right? Look through the tweet. Who is this guy? I keep seeing this guy around, OG Xbox YouTuber. And you tell me you're not a PS fanboy. Seems right out of their playbook. Like I said, embrace it proudly. Yo, it's all, can I just say something real quick? Yo, where do these like Xbox, yo, it's so weird to, like, people like this, right? Like, the man's fucking name is OG Xbox, or his bio is OG Xbox YouTuber. Xbox fan through and through, with Halo being my favorite. Who is that to call somebody a fan? Cause I be seeing like some of these people say that shit to me too. Like, oh yeah, you just a fanboy. And then I look at their bio, and it's like Xbox only gamer, Xbox is king, all this stupid shit, right? And I'd be like, girl, what? Like, what are you talking about, man? Right? So all right, so that's one example, right? Then we fast forward to Skill Up. Someone that's much larger in the community, much more well-known, much more well-connected. He's making a joke, right? Or he's pointing out a discrepancy. He's making a joke, but he's really pointing out a discrepancy, or trying to. I don't know what these dudes anymore, right? But he says, gotta take out a student loan and get a master's in electrical engineering just to upgrade my SSD. And he shows, like, you know, a bit of the information of what PlayStation was saying. And really, when it comes to any type of electronics that you're buying, we talked about this in my last show. When it comes to any type of electronics that you're buying, you're going to do research. You know, I don't know anyone, casual or not, that is not going to do some type of research, right? But here's the other side of it. I don't know a company in the world that is not going to confirm to you on the box or in an advertisement or whatever, compatible with PlayStation 5. Because companies know they want to take that whole having to do XYZ out of it. When you go look for, you know, when you go buy a case for for your phone, right? You know, that's a perfect example. When you go buy an iPhone case, now everyone might buy that fucking $80 goddamn Autobox or whatever for their iPhone or whatever, but you know, there's a lot of us that want to buy something more stylish or buy something that's a little cheaper, so you buy an off-brand case. What do the off-brand cases confirm to you on the fucking box? They confirm to you that the case will fit an iPhone 10, iPhone 11, iPhone 12, 12 Pro Max, iPhone 11, 13, all this other. They confirm everything on the box, so that when consumers are looking to buy an iPhone case, it's already confirming to you on the box, hey, look, you like how this case looks? Well, this is what this case is compatible for. Hey, look, you want this SSD? Well, this is what this SSD will work with. Hey, look, you want this goddamn game? Well, this game will work like this. Right? But he's making a joke. Ha 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 ha. Where's the laugh at? Let's get the laugh out there. I gotta take out an electrical engineering degree. Anyway, so, you know, he's made a joke. He made a funny, but he's really pointing out a discrepancy. Let's be real here. He's pointing out a discrepancy. He tries to butter it up and lather it up to make it look like a ha 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 kind of joke type of thing. But let's be real. He's pointing out a discrepancy that he might have, or trying to convey a discrepancy that you should have because of what he said and because of what the article says with PlayStation. Shout out to Magnificent Black, bro. Yo, shout out to Magnificent, bro. How did I miss this, bro? How did I miss this, bro? Shout out to Magnificent. Shout out to Magnificent. Aren't you a PC gamer? PlayStation Nation came on this boy. Pause. They came at this boy quick. Hey, bro, what you talking about? They messed up with no cooling for SS. Like, look, you got a lot of people agreeing. Look, complaining about 2 screws. Yo, a lot of people coming at this nigga, bro. A lot of people are coming at this dude. But it's to inform, it's not making excuses. A lot of people are coming at him, saying, ain't you a PC gamer? That's one. But 2, it was harder to upgrade on a PlayStation 4 or a PlayStation 3 than it is on a PlayStation 5. It's not that big a deal, or it's not as big a deal as what people are making it out to be. The community didn't rally behind this. Look at the number. Look at the number. A glaring difference between the two. Both of them were jokes, though. It was a joke. Ha ha ha, I need an electrical engineer. And this one, ha ha ha, look at the fruit and Halo. Look at the differences. Look at the differences, man. People not calling out the right people. A lot of people's energy is focused in incorrect areas when it comes to gaming. A lot. And for a lot of people, they see no issue with that. But this is why you got a ton of people running around saying, hey, look, it's so much harder. It should have just been a plug and play thing. Like, this is how crazy it is. People are sitting there saying PlayStation should have just have made it plug and just work, or plug and play, or whatever, right? When that is literally what it is. All you have to do is plug it in and go. You just need to unscrew 2 screws to get there. But see, here's the other side of it. And this is where it gets real disrespectful. Because I put out a tweet. Strictly, shout out to you, bro. He says the same people complaining about the info on the SSD are the same people that says Sony needs to be more transparent. Irony. That's a fact. The irony of that, right? That's a fact. But see, here's the other side of it too, right? Here's the other side of it. I made a tweet earlier this week talking about how casual gamers should feel disrespected at the fact that a lot of people are trying to use them to bolster their argument for why Sony's solution to expandable storage is bad. Because you go to these tech channels, you go to some of these websites, and you hear what some people are saying. They keep using soccer moms and the casual audience and the casual gamer, and and all this stuff as in trying to paint them, in my opinion, from what I see, trying to paint them to be too stupid to be able to unscrew 2 screws, pop off a plate, undo 2 screws, and put an SSD in. Too stupid to go into a store and look through the SSD department, or go and go to a sales rep or look online to see which SSD would work with the PlayStation 5. They're too stupid to do that. That's how they're painting that, in my opinion. That's how they're painting them out to be. And looking at that, I'm like, well, damn, how smart or how dumb do you think a average person is? That seems real elitist to me. That seems real, like, you know, people like that, they talk down their nose at people, man. They think they better than you. In my opinion, that's how it comes off. You think someone's too stupid to do a bit of research? You think someone is too stupid to be able to do research, to find the right drive? You think someone's too stupid to unscrew 2 screws? But no one is calling these people out on that shit. No one's calling them out. And I'm sitting there and I'm looking and I'm like, for a lot of people, that is their audience of people. You know, a lot of casuals, they watch YouTube. They support a lot of these people. They buy into their Patreons and all this. They are insulting the very people that watch and support them. That shit is crazy. And you got some people agreeing. That's right. It's too difficult. It's too difficult. It's not too difficult. Like, do you sleep on a floor? How did you buy a house? How did you buy an apartment or whatever? How did you, are you able to go grocery shopping? Can you read the aisles on the damn sign to know where something is? Like, can these people function in everyday life? But that's what the gaming community is in 2021. It's misinformation, propaganda, and agendas. Yo, Wolflow, what's up, man? Caution, what's up? Sounds like Jesus Morales, what's up, man? Sounds like the gaming community has a few screws loose. Yeah, that's right. And we need a Phillips head screwdriver, tighten it up. Because if not, I mean, y'all see what's happening. Yo, Gamer X, what's up, man? Y'all see what's happening. I don't need to explain it. Y'all see it. look through Twitter and YouTube. You'll see it. No one's willing to speak on that, though. You're not willing to speak on that. Listen, if you want an SSD, go buy one. There's plenty out there. Plenty of choices to choose from. And it's extremely simple. You just need to unscrew 2 screws and pop off a PlayStation plate. If you can build a dresser, hell, if you can screw in a toilet seat, you can replace an expandable storage. You can add expandable storage to your PlayStation 5. If you can turn a doorknob to get out of some place, if you could turn a doorknob to open a door, you can undo 2 screws. If you can turn a faucet to turn on some water and run water, you can undo 2 screws to expand your storage on a PlayStation 5. If you can open a refrigerator door, you can undo 2 screws to expand your storage on the PlayStation 5. If you can tie your shoe, you can undo 2 screws to expand your storage for the PlayStation 5. If you can open your eyes in the morning when you wake up, you can undo 2 screws to expand your storage on the PlayStation 5. If you can breathe, you can undo 2 screws, pop off a plate to expand your storage on a PlayStation 5. If you are watching this podcast right now, there's 95 people in here watching. If you are watching this podcast right now, you can unscrew 2 screws and pop off a plate and expand your storage on the PlayStation 5. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, guys. That's all I'm saying. It's crazy out here, man. It's disgusting. Gaming community, it's time to get it together. Enough of the bullshit. Enough of the propaganda. It's enough. You are hurting the gaming community with your lies and your bullshit. As much as they like to say that, fanboys and all this toxic, again, pushing this toxic people, I don't like this, I don't like that. That's how they are. That's how they themselves are, and no one calls them out. Everyone's quiet. If you respect the hobby, call them out. Call them out. Now listen, a lot of people don't care about the hobby. A lot of people don't really care about gaming. A lot of people are just here because they bored. They ain't got shit to do. They don't have a fulfilling life. So they think gaming will fill that void or whatever. Listen, I don't know, right? A lot of people really don't care about gaming. They don't care about the hobby. A lot of people are just here because it's something to do. It's here because, they can make money. They're just here because I don't know. I made a wrong turn in Albuquerque. I don't fucking know. They're just here. There's a lot of people out here like that who do not respect the hobby, who do not respect gaming. And I'm not just talking PlayStation, because a lot of people hear what I'm about to say and say, oh, well, Persona.
Oh, you're a PlayStation fanboy, Persona, so we know you only care about PlayStation. You only care about this and that. You're a fanboy.
I'm talking about gaming. The hobby of gaming. The hobby of gaming. A lot of people don't care. They don't respect it. They don't respect your hobby. They don't respect our hobby. Like I said, you go to the car community, the anime community, or any of those communities, you disrespecting their hobby, oh yeah, they're gonna get you the fuck up out of there. They're gonna get you out of there. But the gaming community is the only place, and they use these type of words that kind of, it's crazy, because they'll use words like gatekeeping. Oh, well, you're gatekeeping. Why are you trying to gatekeep? No one's gatekeeping anything. You want to get into gaming? Get into gaming. Play games, enjoy games. I hope hey, listen, I told y'all my grandmother wants a PlayStation 5 because she want to play Spider-Man. My grandmother about to be 70 years old. She wants a goddamn PlayStation 5 so she can play Spider-Man Miles Morales because she saw commercials and said that game looks fun. She wants to play. I'm getting her a PlayStation 5 for Christmas. My grandmother's 70 years old. What the hell she want to play Spider-Man Miles Morales for? Cause that shit look good. She want to play some games. She getting a PlayStation 5 for Christmas. But see, here's the thing. My grandmother is not calling me up on the phone and saying, oh, well, Persona, this is how gaming should be. That's the difference. You've got people who don't have experience within the hobby trying to tell you how gaming should be. That's the difference. Now, if you want to call that gatekeeping, so be it. I'm calling it me calling you out on your bullshit. Stay in your place. That's the difference here. If my grandmother got on the phone and say, oh, well, this is how I think gaming should be because gaming, this, that. No. You don't play games. You ain't in this hobby. You haven't been in this hobby. Who are you to speak on anything? This was what I was trying to say that day when I was on 6 podcasts with David. Shout out to David. You don't play games. You don't have consoles. You can't show proof that you've played games. Why should anyone care what you have to say? Why would anybody have respect for what you have to say? That goes double for anyone within this community. Why should anyone care what you have to say? You can't even prove that you're playing games. You know, that's why I have a lot of respect for Kid Smooth. I have a lot of respect for Kid Smooth. I know Smooth for a very long time too. Prior to like Twitter, I've known Smooth since like the Facebook days, the Facebook gaming days. I have a lot of respect for Smooth. Cause Smooth play the games, man. Smooth play the games. He's an Xbox guy that plays the games. You can never call Smooth out on the games. That man play the games. He be playing some bullshit sometimes, but the man will play the games. That man is playing the games. You got a lot of folks in this community like that though, man. They get into gaming last gen or the gen before that. They make a name for themselves within the hobby and think that they can tell you how gaming should be. No disrespect, but absolutely fucking not. No, absolutely not. So you call it respect of 6. Yo, get this work. You funny. Get on the sticks. You funny, man. Bro, what about the Ascent? The Ascent is cool. It looks cool. I'm probably gonna grab that on PC. I ain't gonna lie. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. But that's where we are right now. And gamers, listen, gamers, PlayStation Nation, whoever, it's a problem. And as it continues to grow with the more propaganda, with more genders, more misinformation, the game, y'all think I'm bullshitting. I'm gonna keep saying this on every show. The gaming community is circling the toilet bowl. Gaming is circling. It's circling that toilet bowl, man. Because the bullshit that should be called out on is not, and the stuff that really don't matter is what people are talking about. Stuff that really don't matter. I understand that, Gamer X. I understand that. But see, here's my thing, Gamer X. I hear you. He sold this console because they needed money. I get that. 100% I get that. And I told him, right on, you know, listen, priorities come first. But then why are you here? Get in these streets. You're a young dude. Get in these streets and make some moves. And me and Barry was gonna give him a PlayStation 4 Pro and some games. He turned that down. So I don't feel sorry for the man. You turned down my charity. My Could you imagine like walking down the street, right? Imagine you walking down the street and you just got walked out of what's a restaurant? What's a restaurant? Maybe you walked out of, say you walked out of Chick-fil-A. Right? You bought you a nice ass fucking some chicken nuggets or whatever the fuck Chick-fil-A sells. Chicken. You bought some chicken from Chick-fil-A, right? And you bought you a nice lemonade, whatever, right? Nice hot meal. You could feel the heat through the bag. Nice hot meal. And you see a homeless person on the street, and sometimes, cause like, listen, living in New York, I'll tell you guys a quick story. Living in New York, just like not as much as like California, like, cause when I went to California, when I went to San Francisco, it made New York look like paradise when it came to like the homeless situation. Cause like, bro, like I was staying at the Hilton Hotel, and it was like homeless tents and shit outside the hotel. Like, the homeless people were all over the place. It was crazy. That shit was crazy to me. Now, granted, this was like 5 years ago, but it was, the homeless situation in San Francisco was crazy. I could not believe what I was seeing. But, in New York, you see a lot of people, and like, when you ride the subways or the trains or whatever, you see a lot of homeless people asking for money and things like that, or begging or whatever. Yo, Daryl, what's up? And, you'll give them money from time to time, but you also, especially New Yorkers, they become cold to that shit. Like, they become numb. Where it's like, cause you ain't gonna always give somebody money every time you see them, cause then that shit turns into a fucking bill. Listen, bro, I'll throw you $1 or $2 or $5 if I'm feeling real good here and there, or I'll buy you some food or some shit, but I'm not doing that every fucking day, right? Like, listen, man, like, no, right? But so imagine you walk out of Chick-fil-A, you feel the heat through the bag, right? The drink nice, ice and cold. And you see a homeless person on the street, and he tugs at your heartstrings. Like, I don't know, something about this homeless person, you just like, damn, man, like, if I was in that situation, I would want somebody to help me. Damn, like, so you give the man your meal. You give him your bag of Chick-fil-A and the drink, like, yo, man, I hope you enjoy this, blah, 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 whatever. The man opened the bag, chicken nuggets and waffle fries. Man, I don't want this. And throw it back at you. Nigga, what? My man's what? What are you talking about? You down on your luck. You should be accepting of anything that I give you. Nah, man, you should have got something else. Get me some ribs or something, man. I don't want no chicken. I don't want no nuggets. I don't want no lemonade. Ugh. All right, bro. Give me my shit. I'm going about my way, bro. That shit is insulting. Like, I don't want no food. Give me some money. Give me $5. Bro, I try not to give homeless people money, because sometimes I feel like, like I'm paying for their addiction. Like, because if they on drugs, because you can always tell when someone's on drugs. Like, if they on drugs or some shit like that, I don't really want to be the one that's funding that type of addiction. You get what I'm saying? Now, sometimes I give them $1, $2 or something like that. But, nah. Like, I'll give you some food. I'll buy you a meal. Like, I remember one time, this was closer. This homeless guy that was like around my, near like this deli that I always go to for lunch. I would always go to for lunch. This is like 2 years ago. But this deli that I would go to for lunch to get my soup, get my chicken soup, with the broccoli and everything, man. They make good soup. The deli, it's crazy too, because the restaurant in that deli, it closed down, man. I was hurt, man, because of the pandemic and everything. But anyway, so one day I was walking to the deli, and I was feeling, I was in like one of those really good moods. I think it was payday too. That's why I was in such a happy mood. It was payday. I was super happy. I was in a good mood. You know what I'm saying? I just was feeling good, man. So I was like, I seen the homeless guy. What made me want to help him, right, was because I work in I'm where I'm at is like, it's in like a real high class area in New York where I work. So like it was these two chicks. They looked like they was like model-esque. Like they was fine as fuck too. He asked them, like, yo, can you please help me out? And they like, It was like, because he was a black dude. He was a black dude, and like the two chicks was white. I think that's kind of what, yo, real talk. Now that I'm thinking back, I think that's really like kind of like sparked something in me too. Because like it was two white chicks, and they was like, ew, get away. Like, you know, they were real fucked up to this guy, and he looked kind of sad after that. So I was because I was across the street when I seen it happen, and I don't know, man. Something in me in that moment, I was like, yo, like I was just like, yo, like nah, man, I'm gonna help this dude out. So I was like, yo, man. When I walked across the street, he seen me. He's like, yo, man, can you help me out, man? Just get me something to eat. I was like, yeah, I'll get you something to eat. So I was like, he's like, yeah. He was like, really? I was like, yeah. I'll get you something to eat. Come on, let's go. And so I told him, like, you know, we went to the store. And like the deli, it's like, it had like a restaurant in the back, and then it had like this buffet style, like, you know, spread in the front where like you can like get a tray, fill it up with food, and then they would weigh it and you pay. So I told him, yo, you know, get a tray, you know, get whatever you want, man. Like, don't go easy. Like, I told him, get whatever you want, you know, fill it up, you know, and, you know, I'll pay for it. He's like, really, man? I was like, yeah, I got you, man. Don't worry. So, you know, he got what he wanted, you know, got him a nice big thing of water. And I gave him, I was feeling really generous that day, man. I gave him like I think I gave him like $10 too. I paid for his food. I gave him $10. And it was just like, yo, like, and I wasn't even trying to do it. Like, you know, I wasn't trying to like prove no point. It's just like when I seen that happen in that moment when the two chicks did it, I don't know, man. Like, I was like, man, let me help this brother, man. Like, I just, something in me just like, you know, like he black, I'm black. I'm like, yo, man, let me help the brother out, man. Like, so I was like really generous that day. That's probably the most generous. I'm not even kidding. Like, that was probably the most generous I've ever been with like a homeless person. And like, you know, he was like, yo, I remember because he was like, yo, man, like, yo, man, you my angel, man. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Thank you, man. I'm like, nah, it's all good, man. You know, and like people in the restaurant were like looking at me like kind of strange. I remember too, like people were like looking at me kind of strange. And I'm like, I was looking back and I'm like, fuck, like I'm just helping the dude out. You know, like what the fuck? I don't know, man. It was crazy. But that was like the most generous I ever was. Now that I'm thinking back, that was like 2 years ago too. I remember that. Yo, okay, so that's what I'm saying, man. Like when I seen the two white chicks do what they did, I was just like, I don't know, man. Something in me just like, I was like, nah, I can't walk past this dude, man. I'm gonna help him. I can't. I was straight up. I was like, yo, man, I can't walk past this dude. I'm gonna help him. Like in my mind, once I seen that happen, in my mind, I was like, nah, I'm gonna help this dude. Straight up. I'm gonna help this dude. It's funny too, because after that day, I didn't see him anymore after that. I seen him that one time and that was it. Anyway, so yeah, that was a trip down memory lane, right? So one more thing I want to talk about real quick, right? Because, you know, it wouldn't be a Win Persona Speaks if we ain't make fun of Xbox at least a little bit. So let's do that. So, funny enough, we are about to fucking talk about something that I just said was a pet peeve. Hey, yo, listen, but I ain't perfect though, right? So, supposedly, until I see the full article, we gonna say take it with a grain of salt. We gonna say take it with a grain of salt until I see the full article. Listen, man, Jamil, you knew what this was, right? But all right, so I seen this morning. Who retweeted it? I think it was J-Dub, right? J-Dub, somebody retweeted this shit, right? And I looked at it, I said, bro. Hey, yo, that shit was funny to me because I'm like, yo, this can't be true. This just cannot be true. And honestly, like I said, there's no full article, at least no article that I can find as of yet. So we're gonna take it with a grain of salt, right? This is not accurate 100% until I see an article, right? Oh, you saw the full article? Hey, yo, Jamil, link that article to me so that I can see it and I can show it on the stream. But all right, so this is from Capcom, right? So apparently it says that, this is additional information. So it says Switch is considered the most important platform, and to Capcom, this is Capcom saying this. Switch is considered the most important platform, having the best sales for the 2019 trilogy remaster, and they're talking about Ace Attorney here, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, somebody correct me. And expected to account for roughly 63% of this collection sales. Xbox One is considered non-viable, with the 2019 remasters only selling around 1,000 copies worldwide on that platform. Non-viable. Listen, guys. These marketing projections may be outdated. I need to see the full article. I want to see the article for this. Somebody link the article. Somebody link me this article. You know what? I want to find the article for this. I don't want to keep talking about this until I get an article. I want to find an article where this is being talked about. All right, Ice Cream, appreciate you. I want to find the article. Hold up. And I think... Let me find the article. I want to find the article real quick. Capcom projections, Xbox. I want to find that article. I can't find the article for this. I do think, I mean, I'll tell you what I think. I do think it is true, personally speaking, just because, I mean, look, listen, guys, y'all see how people are. Let me find this other thing. Let me see. Let's talk about this instead. Hold up. Take-Two Interactive, Take-Two CEO, Game Pass. Here we go. Shout out to Game Ram. We're gonna talk about this. Take-Two CEO still doesn't want new games on Xbox Game Pass. Hey, so listen. We'll talk about this instead. Until I find a full article with that Capcom quote, I'm not gonna talk about that. Just because I wanna see the full article of what's being talked about so that I know everything. So scratch that. We'll talk about what the Take-Two CEO says, though. We will talk about that because, again, listen, shout out to my boy Sean Layden. He said what he said. Like I said, I hope I can get him on What's Up PlayStation podcast at some point, because I would love, me and Barry would love to sit down with him and just talk about his journey through the industry and all that other stuff, and, you know, where he's at now, how he got there. And, you know, I have a tremendous amount of respect for Sean Layden, a lot of respect, and I've met him like 2 or 3 times, so he's a cool dude. But let's talk about this Take-Two CEO. Now listen, this goes back to what I was talking about earlier. Yo, Link, you got that beta invite? What invite you talking about, Link? Let me know. All right, so Take-Two CEO still doesn't want new games on Xbox Game Pass. Grand Theft Auto and Red Dead publisher CEO doesn't think subscription services make sense for the company's main titles. Now listen, what did I say to you guys before? When this guy, this person, this CEO, this man is in the room. He's making decisions. And for a lot of it, he has the final decision for a lot of things that happen within his company when it pertains to gaming, right? If anybody knows anything or can speak on things like this, it's someone like him, a CEO that's in these boardroom meetings, in these investor call meetings, and handling billions of dollars and whatnot, and running a successful company. You know, someone like this when you look at the track record, when you look at the accomplishments and things like that, someone like this has the room to say this, and it holds weight. Same thing with Sean Layden, with what Sean Layden was saying. Sean Layden ran the most successful gaming division within the entirety of the industry for an entire generation. The man was within the industry for 20 plus years. Someone like that, when they speak to things like this, it can be, and again, this is my opinion. Some of y'all might not agree or even, whatever, but when someone like this, when someone speaks to it like this, it's, you take it as gospel, right? You take it as borderline, you take it as fact, because again, these are people within the industry that are in these meetings making these decisions. Now, again, I know a lot of people are not going to agree with that, and that's cool, but that's personally how I look at it. Because again, I would take what someone like this says over, someone on a gaming podcast, personally speaking. And it gives further validity to what I've said. Right? When it comes to Game Pass, I've said this already, right? And listen, this is not me trying to stop you from buying Game Pass or support. Listen, I'm not here for that, man. I'm not trying to stop no one from supporting or buying into Game Pass. Do what you want with your money. If you like it, I love it. That's how I'm looking at it. This is not a campaign for me to stop you from buying Game Pass. No, that's not what this is. I have to put that disclaimer out there because I know how people are. Oh, well, Persona, why do you hate Game Pass so much? Why you don't want people to support whatever you want? I don't give a fuck. Anyway, this gives further validity to what I said. When the sustainability, the sustainability, bruh. Like, yo, it's crazy too, right? Because when it comes to businesses, when it comes to an industry, and especially people keep using Netflix, I wish people in this community would stop using Netflix as their argument, because Netflix is 20, and really that $20 deficit might be higher now with all these other shows, right? They might be in $25 billion in a deficit, and they're losing subscribers, and they keep going up on the fucking price, right? Netflix is in debt. Are they also making a profit? No, because they're in debt. And Netflix was one of the first major streaming platforms out there. And they aren't even at 2 billion fucking subscribers. They aren't even at 1 billion. They're not even sniffing 500 million. Matter of fact, let's do that. Let's do that. Hold up. How many Netflix subscribers SCRI are there? So Netflix, how accurate is this information? Statista. All right, so let's do US. Let's do United States of America, right? All right, so let's do US. Let's just do US and Canada. United States of America. Here we go. Right? United States of America. There we go. So in the US, in the second quarter of 2021, and this is another thing to keep in mind. These are pandemic numbers. Because, a lot of people was in the house more. So, so subscriptions were definitely up, right? But for the second quarter of 2021, Netflix had about 74 million US and Canadian subscribers. The subscriber base in these two countries account for the majority of Netflix's worldwide streaming subscriber base, which in the second half of 2021 stood at around 209.18 million subscribers. So let's round that up to 210 just to make it a nice round whole number. 210 million subscribers for Netflix. Netflix was the first to do it. They were one of the first people in this game doing this, and they're only sniffing 210 million worldwide. So if Netflix ain't even, they not even sniffing a billion right now. They not even sniffing 500 million. 225 million. Sure, I think they'll get there 100%. But look at how much debt they are in, trying to get to just 250 million subscribers. Now, here's the argument that a lot of people love to use. Oh, well,
when it comes to Game Pass, Game Pass, it's better because, people want games and people want to play games, and, the gaming keeps getting more mainstream, and, gaming is pulling in, $3, $4, $5 billion, Persona. Why do you keep doubting Game Pass, Persona? It's pulling down $5 billion. Gaming is $5 billion industry, Persona. Why do you keep doubting it? You gotta stop doubting it, Persona. This is the gaming politician. And the gaming politician is telling you, you have to stop doubting Game Pass, Persona.
Netflix has good content, great content, right? They have a lot of good shows on Netflix, a lot of original shows that they create, and a lot of cool shows that they get on there. They're only sniffing 210 million right now. The cost to make games, we can go back to what Sean Layden said, the cost of make games, as gaming continues to grow, the cost of gaming continues to go up, right? So if you got games like, again, you trying to, and this is what people are not understanding. You're trying to get people into the service. How do you get people into a service? Why do so many people want a PlayStation 5? Why did PlayStation dominate last generation? It was the compelling content. It was the content. It was the software. It was the games. Why do people want a PlayStation 5 right now? The content, the games. PlayStation put a lot of money into these products, into these software, into these games. That stuff cost a lot of money. You fast forward to now, gaming costing, based on what Sean Layden's saying, gaming development is potentially doubling. Remember, people want bigger worlds. People want more vast worlds. People want more things out of gaming. Each and every day, each and every generation, people want more for less. That cannot happen. That is not sustainable. You cannot expect more for less. You have to put into something. You have to look at gaming as an economy. The only way an economy, and go talk to any economist. They will tell you, in order for an economy to sustain itself, you must put back into the economy. You cannot take, and not put back in. So if you're thinking that if you're thinking that Xbox is going to be putting these millions of dollars worth of, I can't talk right now. If you think that Xbox is going to be putting these $200, $300, $400, $500 million games into Game Pass every year, you are sadly mistaken. And that's where we run into a snag. Because when it comes to what's going to pull people in, I don't care what anyone said, because you're going to see people. Here's the issue. you're gonna see a lot of people saying, oh well, you know, Game Pass is great, you know, because it's got great indies and it shines the light on shines the light on indies and shines the light on this game and that game and this game and that game. People want compelling content. Nothing against them. There's some great indies out there. Death's Door and Ascent look great, but let's be real here, guys. Death's Door ain't about to have people breaking down the door to get the Game Pass. You're not gonna jump from to 40 million subscribers with Death's Door and Ascent. Nothing against those devs. I love them. I love those games. Those games look great. I can't wait to play them. They look like fun. But we need to be based in reality, ladies and gentlemen. We need to be based in reality. And in reality, what people are not going to be breaking down the door for Ascent and Flight Simulator and Death's Door and shit like that. Starfield, yes. Starfield's people will definitely be breaking down the doors for Starfield. Halo, maybe. I mean, you know, the Halo name doesn't really, in my opinion at least, this is just these are just my opinions. This isn't the opinions of everybody else. This is just mine. The Halo name does not hold a lot of weight right now, especially after that showing last year. The Halo still has a lot to prove and a lot to show. So with that, you know, the Halo name isn't as strong as it was back during the 360 generation. That's really what I'm trying to get at. The Halo name isn't as strong as it was during the OG generation. That's all I'm trying to say. That's all I'm trying to say. Take with that what you will. Again, I still want to play Halo and I'm excited to get my hands on it, but the name Halo does not hold the same weight as it did 2-3 generations ago. Don't debate me, debate your mama. So when you're talking about a subscription service wanting to reach as many gamers as possible, Phil Spencer put a number on it, 2 billion. And like that's what, and that's the crazy thing. That's the number Phil Spencer put. That's the number Phil Spencer put out. No one's making that number up. That's the number he put out. So that is the number that this community are going to use to gauge the success of the service. Because he himself put that number out. Sometimes I see people say, oh, well, you know, it doesn't have to be 2 billion, but what it's doing now is great. No, it's not. When you compare it to the number he put out and you look at what is at now, no, it's not. When you compare it to other services, when you compare it to other games and the success and things like that, no, it's not. It's not. So when you have something like Phil Spencer, someone like Phil Spencer say, hey, you know, I want Game Pass to reach 2 billion. I want 2 billion gamers and all that. It sounds good, but it's about the software. It's about the software and the content. That's what's missing. But to make compelling software and content, that costs money. Xbox got the money. Xbox gets the money. Shout out to Barry. Xbox does have the money because people say, oh, they're a $2 trillion company, blah, blah, blah. Of course, the valuation when it comes to the value of the company is $2 trillion. They don't have $2 trillion sitting around. I mean, that's another story. You know, people don't want to go down that path because they'll get embarrassed. But anyway, yes, they're worth $2 trillion. They're a $2 trillion company. Yes, they're gonna pay and put money into investments and things like that. Sure, but I don't see I don't see Xbox continually putting money down a hole if the growth does not justify it. But how do you get the growth that you truly want? You need compelling software. Even PlayStation 2 only hit 155 million consoles sold. Even PlayStation 4, with all the amazing games and hits, only is at 116 million consoles sold. But they're putting out compelling software. They're putting out compelling games. And listen, those numbers aren't nothing. Those numbers are great. Those are good numbers. But even with companies like PlayStation putting out compelling software, must-have software, they're not even sniffing 200 million consoles sold yet. So when you look over to the other side, and you look at Game Pass and look at what what Xbox is doing or lack thereof when it comes to the content, there's no way you're going to even sniff a billion. Then you also have to look at it from the perspective of what the Take-Two CEO was saying. Games like Red Dead Redemption 2, GTA 6, when that drops, you think a GTA 6 needs to be in a service? No, people are going to pay top dollar for that. 70, 80, 120. They paying top dollar for that. You think God of War Ragnarok needs to be in a service? You think GT7 needs to be in a service? You think Spider-Man 2 needs to be in a service? You think Forspoken needs to be in a service? You think Final Fantasy 16 needs to be in a service? Do you think Final Fantasy 7 Remake 2 needs to be in a service? Absolutely not. So that goes back to something that we all have asked and have made the joke about since Game Pass's inception. Is Game Pass meant for good games? Or the great games, or the system sellers, or is Game Pass a landing place for games who don't get enough attention? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm asking. Because prominent people within, let me not use the word I will use the word prominent, screw that. Powerful, prominent people within this industry beg to differ. Sean Layden and the Take-Two, what's the Take-Two CEO's name? So I forgot his name. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. What's the man's name again? Not only that, damn, this article don't tell me what the man's name is. Oh, his name is, Strauss Zelnick. Sorry, I forgot his damn name, my fault. Strauss Zelnick. Prominent people within the industry are saying this. So if you got CEOs and people that run successful companies not seeing the value of putting their game into a subscription-based service, who is the subscription-based service for? When it comes to a developer, who is it for? And here's the thing, we all know who it's for. We know, but a lot of people won't admit it, because admitting that would admit that what people have been saying all along is correct. Admitting that would be saying that these games, in their mind, that would be them saying that these games aren't good enough to buy, which is what some people have said already. Game Pass fodder. Good thing it's in Game Pass, because I don't see someone buying this. Does that sound like something that a good game would get in terms of a review or something like that? Does that sound good? But that's what people are saying when it comes to reviewing some of these games that are in Game Pass. Oh, well, I'm so glad this is in Game Pass because this isn't worth buying. Insane. Jay Wright, yes. Yo, Eric the Bear, what's up? Yes. Logical, what's up, man? Smaller studios, absolutely right. I think smaller studios will thrive in a subscription-based service, 100%. 100%. Because we already know how people are about indies, even the ones that like to rally behind indie devs and say, support the devs, support the devs, support the indies. They still ain't even buying indies. Those people aren't buying, and that's why I say it's always about the actions. Who's buying the games? Who's supporting the developers? Never mind who's championing them on social media. Never mind who's championing them in podcasts. Who is buying the games? Who's buying and supporting these indie devs? Who's doing it? Because the ones that are screaming to the top of the mountains talking about support indie devs, they not buying those games. You know who's buying the game? You, me, regular old people that's just chilling. Just, oh yeah, it's a great game, I'll buy it. Never mind it being an indie. It's a great game, I'ma buy it. Not an indie game, it's a great game, I'll buy it. Because, you know, I don't care if it's an indie or not. If the game ain't good or appealing to me, it's not getting bought. I'm not buying something because it's an indie and I want to support indie devs. No, is the game good? Is it compelling? Is it something that I can see myself playing? Then I'm gonna pick it up and be like, hey man, support the game. The game is dope, man. This is great. Tribes of Midgard, perfect example. Shout out to shout out to the people over there in Nordsfell. Great game. I love Tribes of Midgard. It is a very fun game that I think people should check out and support and play. But that's because I myself had played the game. I'm not telling you go support some game because it's an indie and you want to support the devs. No, go support the devs if it's a game that you enjoy. If it's a game you can see yourself playing. I'm not trying to tell you to play or support any game that you do not find any enjoyment in. I'm telling you, Tribes of Midgard is a great game because I've played it. I continue to play it. It is a great game. I think more people should play it. But if it ain't your cup of tea, it's no reason for you to feel bad because you didn't support an indie dev. It's just like with us. No. Persona, no. This is not the podcast for that. If I say that, this is gonna spark a whole nother conversation. Let me not say that. Let me dial it back. I almost slipped up. But see, that's how I treat all games. You feel me? Even PlayStation exclusives. Listen, I love a lot of PlayStation's games. Some of them I can't really get down with, or I don't really rock with. You know, MLB The Show. I'm not really a baseball guy. I can't really talk to you about that. I can't really recommend something like that. If you like baseball, then go buy it. That's all. That's the best I can give you. Bloodborne, I got Bloodborne. I'm not really into those soul style games. I can't, Barry can tell you more about Bloodborne than me. He could recommend it. I can't recommend it because I didn't beat it. That's all I'm saying, man. This game community is too caught up on trying to look good and for the cameras, look good in front of people they don't care about, they've never met, that they don't know, all for the sake of looking good. The words, never the actions, the words. That's all it is, all words, no action. What about the action? Your actions, what do your actions say? Because your actions is what people really are going to judge you on. With that being said, dear gaming community,
but this is great for gamers.
I'm a PlayStation fan too. Respect my time. I got a wife and kids. Dear gaming community, I hope you wisen up. Dear gaming community, I hope you truly enjoy games. Dear gaming community, I hope you truly respect the hobby. And lastly, dear gaming community, I hope you enjoyed this podcast. With that being said, guys, I appreciate y'all so much. I hope y'all enjoyed the show. If you did, like, comment, subscribe. I'm 4 subscribers away from 1,000, from 1,800 subs. So definitely, if you enjoy the content, if you're new here, if you were lurking, but you enjoy the content and what I do on the channel, think about hitting that subscribe button for your boy. Help me out. I'm trying to get to 1,800 subs. We're trying to get to 2,000 subs. We're trying to get to 2,000 subs before the end of the year. Help your boy out. Help me out. But listen, man, round of applause for the folks in the chat. I appreciate y'all so much. You know, I appreciate everybody here. Yo, for the members of the channel, listen, next week Friday, for the members, I'm gonna do a nice giveaway for you guys, man. Give away some good stuff. Also, listen, man, if you guys enjoy the content, you want to, you know, become a member on the channel, man, you know, hit the membership button if you're on a computer, man. And if you're not, hit the membership link in the description, become a member. Also, Optics Nation t-shirts at the store, at my store. The link to my store is in the description as well. And listen, man, Saturday morning, What's Up PlayStation podcast with myself and Barry. Our special guest will be Optimus Code. That's gonna be a really good show. You don't want to miss that. Do not miss that show. Don't miss it. Yo, Damien said if I don't win anything, it's rigged. Hey, man, listen, I'm gonna put everybody's name on a wheel 3 times, man. Yo, listen, I'm about to play some of this X Defiant beta. We'll probably talk about it on, we will talk about it on Saturday's show. So yeah, don't miss that. And listen, appreciate y'all. Please be safe. Enjoy your night with your loved ones, your family, friends, whoever. And please be safe. Wash your hands, wear a mask. And I'll see you guys Saturday, man. Y'all be safe. We out. Peace.